100 na.
Hjälpa inte. Ja.
Hagar was a single mother. She was abandoned by the family she belonged to. And there in the wilderness, with her son alone, with a very little provision, she was wondering, she was questioning, does anyone care?
His peace and gentle whispers, and he softly calls her name. She feels his arms enfold her as he holds her, and she'll never be the same, 'cause I'm the God who never changes, and my promises are true. And when this world deserts you, this is what I'll do.
And there is another woman named Ruth. She was from the land of Moab, and she was met with grief and heartache. She was a widow, and she lived with her mother-in-law, who was a widow, and now it's time to move on.
But Ruth had never been to Bethlehem. She had never tasted of the house of bread. But now she had heard an inner invitation to come, taste, and see. And so she bowed herself to her mother-in-law, and she said, "Where you go, I will go. Where you lie, I will lie you. Where you die, I will die." And she begins a journey in the promised land.
She's traveling through the desert, and she's leaving her despair. She's hoping for a future,
from Ruth, who gave birth to a son, Obed, who gave birth to a son, Jesse, who gave birth to a son named David. Once a shepherd boy, a mighty warrior, anointed king, alone, terrified in the darkness.
He's hiding in the desert. He's battling despair. David thinks his life is over, it's over. And God, he doesn't care. But God says, I will be the rock of your salvation. I'll hold you down by the strength of my right hand and the power of my spirit. Will free you from all fear. In the hour of your deepest need, you'll find that I am near. I am near. I will be a ring of fire around you, and I will be the glory in your midst, and the power of my presence will bring you to your knees. Then I will lift you up again, for I'm the God who sees.
And then, from the line of David, finally, Jesus, the Messiah, the Anointed One, Yeshua, the Christ, born in the same house of bread to be the bread of life. And he would grow, and he would be called the Son of God, and he would be called Emmanuel, God with us. And he would heal, and he would reveal.
And then he had encountered with a woman named Mary of Magdalene, who was plagued by demons, tormented by evil spirits. And then Jesus set her free, and Mary followed him. She listened at his feet. She served him, and she loved him. Oh, how she loved him. But then she watched as they nailed him to the cross, and as they placed his body in the tomb. In that moment, her hope died. It died. She's crying. She's crying in the garden. She's broken in despair. She's searching for her Savior, but his body isn't there. Then he says, Mary, I will be a ring of fire around you, and I will be the glory in your midst, and the power of my presence will bring you to your knees. Then I will lift you up again, for I'm the God who sees.
More than 2,000 years later, after the resurrection of Christ, there, in the kingdom of Saudi Arabia, came a gentleman named Jerry Calvin. There, he heard that It was forbidden to tell the story of Jesus Christ to all. Yet, he couldn't suppress the magnitude of Christ's sacrifice.
So with a hidden Bible in his luggage and with a burning heart, he arose and shared the good news of salvation. And many had accepted Jesus. They repented, they received forgiveness. Then in secret places, he gathered them, he taught them, and discipled them. He encouraged them neither to be ashamed of the gospel, nor to be afraid of what men can do. But the flesh is weak. There were times when he could not help but tremble, because the price of sharing the gospel was heavy.
So he's crying in secret. He was trembling with fear. He's praying for protection, 'cause death was standing near. But God says, I will be your fortress and your shield. I'll keep you safe in the shadow of my wings, and the power of my spirit will free you from all fear. In the hour of your deepest need, you'll find that I am near. And God has seen his servant's faithfulness, his obedience and willingness. He said with a still gentle voice, don't be afraid, nor be dismayed. I have brought you in this training ground, but I will send you over to another kingdom, the kingdom of Denmark. There you will serve me and suffer for my sake, but I will bless you. I will empower you, and I will use you to plant your churches. Then my light will shine brightly even unto the neighboring countries. It won't be easy, but I will not leave you nor forsake you. I will strengthen you, I will help you and uphold you with the right hand of my righteousness. And Cherry, glory, 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 hallelujah. I will be the glory in your midst, and every knee will bow to me, and every tongue confess. Yes, all the world will worship me in my holy name.
One more time, let's give a hand. Applause.